You keep hearing the same thing every payday. Work hard. Save what you can. One day, it'll all be worth it. Your parents believed it. Your coworkers repeat it. So do you. On a rainy Thursday evening in Leeds, you leave work and your phone vibrates. Salary received. £3,480 and 17 pence. For a moment, you feel relief. Then the money disappears. £1,250 for rent. £386 for the car. £112 for insurance. Utilities. Groceries. Fuel. £460 toward the credit card. Before you've even reached home, most of your paycheck belongs to someone else. You aren't reckless. You cook at home. You wait for sales. You have savings. But every time the balance reaches £3,000, life collects it back with a repair, a bill, or an emergency. You're doing everything right. So why does money still feel like an emergency? A coworker celebrates a small raise. You've had raises too. Each one made life easier for a few weeks. Then normal returned. One evening you study your payslip. Everyone taught you to chase one number, your salary. Nobody taught you to watch the amount you actually keep. That invisible number quietly controls your future. You don't know it yet, but the next conversation you overhear will change how you think about money. The conversation happens in the office kitchen. Everyone talks about Oliver. New BMW. Large house. Luxury holidays. Designer watch. He looks wealthy. Later you're assigned to work together. At lunch, he casually mentions his mortgage. £3,280 a month. Then come the car leases, renovation loan, and credit card balance. As long as work stays busy. He doesn't finish the sentence. He doesn't need to. That night you build a spreadsheet. One person earns £72,000, but carries £14,000 of high-interest debt and invests almost nothing. Another earns £54,000, drives an older car, invests £850 every month, has £18,000 in savings and £94,000 invested. The first looks richer. The second is becoming stronger. You suddenly realize there are two money games. One is visible. Cars. Holidays. Clothes. The other is almost invisible. Cash flow. Ownership. Assets. Nobody applauds the second game. Until decades later. Once you see the hidden maths, you start noticing the invisible enemy everywhere. The enemy never arrives dramatically. It becomes normal. The takeaway after work. The upgraded phone. The £9.99 subscription. The daily coffee. None of them matter alone. Together, they do. You download a year of bank statements. Restaurants. £3,184. Coffee. £1,147. Online shopping. £2,906. And used subscriptions. £612. No purchase ruined you. Their repetition did. You earn almost £19,000 more than you did 7 years ago. Yet your monthly surplus has barely grown. Every raise quietly funded a more expensive version of you. Not a happier one. Driving home after visiting your parents, you realize most financial mistakes aren't big decisions. They're tiny decisions repeated hundreds of times. Debt compounds. Habits compound. Choices compound. You stop looking for another budget. You start looking for a system. Nothing dramatic happens. One Monday morning you automate £400 each payday into investments. Another £150 goes into emergency savings. The first month, nothing changes except the number on a screen. Life looks exactly the same. But beneath the surface, something has started working. You increase your pension contribution. Pick up a small freelance project. Your emergency fund slowly grows. Months later, the washing machine breaks. £800. The old version of you would have reached for a credit card. Now you transfer the money from savings. The balance falls. Your stress doesn't rise. For the first time, you understand that financial progress feels boring while it's happening. Like watering a tree before it casts shade. When Daniel asks what you bought with your bonus, you answer, nothing. So where did it go? You'll never see it. Because the money isn't disappearing anymore. It's beginning to work. 2 years pass. Your salary is higher. More importantly, your investments have reached £48,000. One evening, Daniel arrives in a brand new electric SUV. The payment's only £689 a month. Then he asks about your investments. You ever think about cashing them out? For what? To enjoy life. You smile. I am. You explain that money's job isn't buying things anymore. It's buying choices. If I lose my job, I have time. If I want to change careers, I have options. If my family needs me, I can help. Ownership begins appearing everywhere. Shares, index funds, businesses quietly working while you sleep. You stop asking, how much did I earn? You start asking, what now earns because I own it? That question changes everything. 6 years later, the kitchen table is the same. So is the ceramic bowl by the door. The car is older. You still drive it. Another payday arrives. The salary lands. You barely look. The transfers happen automatically. Investments, savings, bills. You make tea and open your banking app. Investment accounts, £286,000. Emergency fund, £24,000. No consumer debt. You close the app within seconds. Years ago, you checked your balance looking for reassurance. Now you check it out of habit. Money has become quieter, not because there's so much more of it, because it no longer controls your attention. Later you find the spreadsheet you made years earlier, the one comparing two imaginary people. Back then you thought it was about numbers. Now you understand it was about identity, about becoming someone who valued ownership over appearances, someone who stopped confusing income with wealth. You drop your keys into the same ceramic bowl. The sound hasn't changed. Neither has the kitchen. The extraordinary part wasn't becoming rich. It was becoming someone money no longer controlled. Because the day you finally understood money at 35 wasn't the day your bank account changed. It was the day you did.